Hey everybody, I'm Trevor.
I'm Vincent.
We are the Anthony and Todd Show, and today we're going to be taking a look at the latest Weyes Blood record, Titanic Rising.
I don't think the Titanic rises. I think it sinks.
It sank once. It didn't sink anymore after that.
Well, there's Titanic 2 about to come out.
Oh, okay. What if the Titanic sunk through the earth? Like,
and it came out,
and it came out the other side.
Yeah.
And then it was afloat, but it was upside down.
That's what Titanic 2 should be about. Both the actual ship that's going to exist
and the movie.
And the movie.
Good idea. So, Natalie Mearing, otherwise known as Weyes Blood, is a Santa Monica, California musician. She's, I guess, kind of a indie rocker without being a rocker.
Yeah.
Kind of an indie...
same thing like Father John Misty.
Indie slow jammer.
Same thing like Father John Misty, like Sun Moon, kind of.
Yeah, I guess more of like a singer-songwriter. So far, she's released 4 different studio albums and a handful of EPs. Our last one being Front Row Seat to Earth and from 2016. The newest one being Titanic Rising. She's also worked, speaking of Father John Misty, she's also worked with a lot of artists such as Father John Misty, Perfume Genius, Ariel Pink, Kieran J. Callanan.
Kieran J. Callanan. Alex Cameron.
That's later.
There's one other important one. I think I actually got them all.
Yeah, she works with a lot of like very eclectic artists. Also a lot of sad artists.
Also a lot of Australians.
Get out of here. Which automatically gives Weyes Blood's Titanic Rising a big fat 0 out of 10. Thanks for listening, guys.
Trevor hates Australians.
I do not.
Why are you giving it a 0 then?
Because she worked with Father John Misty.
Right there. He's right there. He's right behind you. He's the good angel on your shoulder, and then Patrick Carney and Dan Auerbach. Auerbach. I have to go get an Otterbox for my phone.
Yeah, I'm going to listen to those guys. Overall, for this latest record, Titanic Rising... I think that there are a lot of really cool themes explored on this record, and I really don't know if she was going for this feeling, but I did feel like that like very underwater kind of sinking feeling.
Underwater, also in like space, just like
just a very not contained feeling.
Yeah.
But I also will say that I think this album was an extremely long, like slow burn. I don't even know if it was like that long. I can't even see the lengths on Spotify
It's like
anymore.
42.
Yeah, it didn't. I mean, it's not even that long compared to like a lot of other projects, but it just felt really long because it doesn't progress easily.
I think other than I think 2 moments that I can think of on this record, it didn't really do that for me. I think it flows really nicely for a majority of the part with its weightlessness and its space. Like how you have the opening 2 tracks on this record, then you go into Everyday, so you're like kind of ditching the spacelessness for a moment after being in like this heavy underwater space feel. I think it's really nice, but I think in the ending it kind of tours down to a bit. But as you said, thematically, I really like this record. I think it's really good thematically because it's really positive, but it's also a lot about hoping for love, accepting love into your life. Also, like hoping the universe has like a plan for you in sorts, and like being able to let your bad experiences kind of make an impact on you for better or worse, and kind of let them change you for the better, which is nice. I just think this thing's really smart for how thematically it's approached. I just think... other than kind of just being too slow in parts, and I think that's a lot to do the spaciness, but I think we're getting enough production switch-ups, especially on moments like Everyday and Andromeda. I just find it to be very lush, moving, as you said, weightless, and kind of like free-flowing in a sense. Doesn't really, like Mercury doesn't really have a set space, is always constantly moving.
Yeah, okay. I think that's like the majority of what I felt on this record is that to me it just felt like really long. I don't know. I completely agree with all the different thematic things that you just said about feeling weightless and everything. But like sometimes I just wish that this thing would ditch its like just ditch that for a minute and get into something a little more upbeat or something more interesting, like production wise. I felt like a lot's gonna change. I was like, man, like we're on the next song now, and then I was like, wait, this song's like 20 minutes long in and of itself. I do agree though, like tracks like Everyday, I felt like left that just a little bit, but it was only for like a very fleeting moment, and then we're back dove back into the ocean and swam all the way down to the Titanic.
For me, movies and Mirror Forever, I just feel like are when you get at like the peak most, like it just dredges. Movies, she has this like weird pronunciation thing with when she says movies, it just sounds really weird. I just couldn't escape it. I have like weird Animal Collective hairdresser flashbacks where it's just like the pronunciation's off, so it just sounds like I have to go to the hairdresser. It just seems wrong, and I think she's just kind of dredging her space. But we do get this like nice production breakdown with how like all these strings come in. It seems very lovish and intense for a moment. I think that's nice. But also going to Mirror Forever, well, I think the themes are interesting on it, but I feel like this album would have been the same without it, because I feel like the material she's covering about how she's trying to prove to this partner that they are worth something and how she sees it, but he doesn't, is covered in later tracks. So I just feel like it's kind of just this pointlessness, at least on the one track. But like we get to Wild Time, Picture Me Better, Near to Thee. I think that's like a tight collection of tracks that flow really well together in the spacelessness. I think the ideas on here and the songwriting is best. I think her performance, her beautiful voice, how it just, I don't know, like it's kind of like heartbreaking, moany, kind of dive bar-ish, if that makes sense. It feels like there's a grime to it, a filth, which is nice, and a texture, which you can sense off her vocals, which is nice, and it flows really well with the production. It's this double layer of creamy and smooth. Sometimes when you have that, it goes on too long. You don't always want that like double peanut butter sandwich. That's too much peanut butter. Sometimes you need to add some banana, maybe some honey, maybe some peanut butter, or not peanut butter, jelly. You don't have to add them all at once, individually.
No, but I think it needed some spice because I got tired of being underwater.
I hate to break it to you, but banana's not a spice.
Banana's gross. Banana's my #1 least favorite food
Really?
of all time. I hate banana.
Why?
I don't know. I've never had liked it.
Because it looks like a penis. Is that why?
No.
Is there some weird like Freudian thing going on in your head where you like want to eat a banana deep down, but your heart won't let you, or whatever Freud was talking about?
Gross. Freud is a sham.
Freud is essentially just this podcast, because we are also a sham.
Yes.
Wow.
We are a sham.
Because I'm Vinny, get it?
Yes, I get it.
Yeah, smart. Gotta keep these jokes flowing.
Oh,
like this
you.
record. This is how you do reviews.
Oh, okay.
So much that they make you cringe.
Are we ready for a score?
I miss this chemistry, because with Jonathan, he just says, fuck you, and then he goes on like a worse tangent. With you, you just take it. I really miss this. I'm not lying, because like Jonathan will just go on a tangent about like logic for like 15 minutes. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I should have gone there. I really do miss you, Trevor.
Thank you.
I miss you so much.
Thank you.
Keeping in mind that all scores are like pointless and futile.
Yeah, we're bringing back scores.
At this current moment, I think this album's like an 8 to maybe early 9-ish territory.
Early 9.
Early 9. I feel like this album's gonna grow on me more as time. Comparing it to something similar like Little Sims that like grew more on me as time goes on. So I feel like this might as well.
I can only hope that it does the same for me, because right now I'm not too hot on this. I'm gonna give it a not too hot on this.
Not too hot on this out of 10. Yeah, it's not too hot, but it's also you don't want it too hot because it'll burn your mouth.
No, I wish it developed a little more, and I wish we had some spice.
Yeah.
That's it.
Some bananas.
No, I don't like bananas.
More bananas, please. We're gonna get a P.O. box.
It's gonna get a lower score if we keep adding bananas.
We're gonna get a P.O. box, and everyone's gonna send you fruit, specifically bananas.
I'm not really a fruit guy.
You don't like fruit?
Not really.
I have some strawberries and grapes.
Are you vegetable people or fruit people? Let us know in the comments.
Are you a vegetable person?
Yeah.
I despise you.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like fruit. I feel like that childlike nature where I need that sweetness, and like you can only get that from fruit, and like vegetables are really rich.
I like that like more savory flavor from vegetables.
Yeah.
Fruit. I'm big on textures when I eat. I don't do well with a lot of fruit textures.
See, like,
they just weird me out.
With fruit, for me, it's like you can eat fruit on your own, on like its own, with vegetables you can't. Like you always need like
Yeah, you can't.
like you need like ranch or like if you have.
Oh, you mean like you need to cook it? I don't eat like.
But when you cook it, it's fine. Like that's
Yeah, I
something
like
else to
cooked
go with
vegetable. I'm not a big
like
fan of
you
like
can't
raw
add,
vegetables.
You can't add fruit to like. It's kind of weird, but when you can't add fruit to dinner. Not saying you can't, but it's like uncommon compared to vegetables. Like vegetables is first choice.
You can't really add vegetables to breakfast, but you can add fruit to breakfast pretty easy.
No, you can add vegetables to breakfast. You have like eggs and.
Eggs is not a vegetable.
No, I said no. I meant like you can have like vegetables to eggs. Like you make like an omelet and put some like pepper in it.
I mean, you can make like a mandarin orange salad.
Yeah, for dinner. Yeah. Please send us mandarin. I actually fucking hate mandarin oranges so much. They taste like butthole.
Mandarin oranges are like one of the few ones that I do like.
Jesus Christ.
Are you fruit people or vegetable people?
I'm glad I have Jonathan.
Let us
too,
know in the
you're
comments.
Fucking striking 0. Until next time, guys, I'm Vincent.
I'm Trevor.
And see you boys.
Bye, everybody.